Matchroom and Eddie Hearn is not off to a good start with Jaron Boots Ennis. I see that Eddie Hearn just lost the purse bid to Jaron and Karen Kukashan fight. Now, how that happens, I have no idea, but I have a little bit of an idea. Like I said, they stuck between a rock and a hard place. And this is the thing. If you're not going to put the money behind Jaron to build him up into the fighter that you said that, well, that you promised that he was going to be, then they need to go ahead and move him up. This is the problem. They don't want to move him up because they don't want him to get exposed there. So they don't want to move him up, and they also don't want to put the money behind him to get him the fights that he needs. He needs that Brian Norman fight. Now, I know what people saying, you know, oh, he priced himself out, this, that, and the third. He turned down $1.5 million. From what I heard and from what people have told me, that he said before the even negotiations started, he wanted $2 million, and Eddie Hearn knew that ahead of time. So, you know, it is what it is on that. But you got to look at it from like this. They're going to have to pay them whatever they want, or at least they should pay them whatever they want. Why am I so adamant about that? Because you got to look at it like this. They want a belt. All right, I look at it as Team Norman. They at least want to clear $1 million after taxes for the situation and for the belt. So they at least want $1 million for their situation and for their hardware. And you have to understand that. What is 1.5 million after taxes? What is that? Around 700,000, a little bit under 800,000. Now, we ain't talking about sanctioning fees. We ain't talking about paying your team. We ain't talking about paying none of that. Okay. So already you walking away with less than $1 million. I think they just want to clear $1 million at the end of the day. And to be honest with you, to build up Jaron, that's not much to ask if you believe in him the way that you do. Now, the problem comes in to this. Eddie Hearn lost the purse bid from what I'm hearing. Something around, he only got outbidded by, what, 250,000 or some stuff like that. Maybe Eddie would have the money if they didn't spend that money overpaying Jaron. They paid Jaron almost $4 million to fight David Avanesian. Almost $4 million to fight David Avanesian. Do you think that they can keep going on like that? So they should have took some of that money and put it towards getting him this unification fight that he needs. Because if not, well, now we got Jaron versus Karen Kukashan. And the last thing you want is to give Karen another crack at Jaron Boots Ennis and show what you've been trying to hide and masquerade this whole damn time. You know what I'm saying? It'd be better if he was going to have a tough match or something like that. It'd be better if it was against somebody undefeated, you know what I'm saying, Brian Norman. That would be better for him. You should pay these guys, especially if he's worth what he's worth. Now, y'all just got him, and you're showing that he's not worth that, but you had to overpay him to get him. Okay, now you got him. You can't continue to pay him $3 million, $4 million, $2.5 million for fighting at the level that he's not. Because if this was what you pay him for fighting the David Avanesian, where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? Didn't y'all learn from Al Heyman? And then you lose the purse bid to something like 250,000 while you just paid him damn near $4 million to fight a David Avanesian. This stuff ain't making no sense. So if you can't put the money behind him, which you're going to have to do with Jaron because he was built wrong, if you can't put the money behind him, you need to put the money behind him, because you cannot want to put the money behind him and you don't really want him to go up. Y'all don't really want him to go up to 54. Y'all want him to become something at 47. You know what I'm saying? So you can keep selling, you know what I'm saying, the product that you picture. But how are you going to do that when you can't even let these guys clear $1 million after taxes for a unification fight? You can't do it, man. You can't continue to keep paying him that amount of money and at the same time not willing to put money behind him to get him in a position where you can position him like a star. Because as of right now, like I said, they have done nothing but ride off Terrence Crawford's coattail. That's it. And like I said, they want, by the time you find out Jaron Boots Ennis is not what he is, they want to have sold the shit out of him by then. But it don't look like it's getting to that point, because how does it look like you just signed with Matchroom and they're not willing to put the money behind you and get what you need to build you up. Sometimes you're gonna have to do that. Joshua had to do it, you know what I'm saying? Canelo, to get his way, he has to overpay people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna have to do. Now, if Jaron is really worth it, then it should be no problem going in your pocket. It's the hesitancy, if that's even a word, but it's the fact that you're so hesitant or not even doing it at all, which makes it no different from what he was dealing over there with Showtime and the rest of them, because at the end of the day, the kid was built wrong because there's some gaping flaws that's right in front of your face that you guys can't figure out why he's been moving the way he's been moving. And therefore, if he's limited, that's fine. But y'all don't need to be talking about no Terrence Crawford and what this dude needs so bad, but y'all don't want to see him tested in a proper way, nor put the money behind him. Don't make no sense. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Vane, I'm out.